I was 9 when I was abducted by the rebels. I was on my way home from school. After a week in the bush, I was obliged to walk up to Sudan to reach the camps of the rebels. No water was available on our way, and many children died.
Odung Sunday is now 22 years old. He spent 7 of these years with the rebels in northern Uganda. During an ambush, he was wounded and arrested. Although suffering, he gained safety. He lost his left leg, but thanks to the amnesty law, he could recover his freedom. He received a prosthesis at the Gulu Orthopedic Hospital, supported by AVSI, where he was also taught how to use his new leg. Now he feels better. He has trained to become a tailor and thanks to the microcredit received, was able to open a shop in Gulu, where he is presently living with his family.
Thanks to the support received from AVSI, I'm paying the school fees for my 2 brothers. I can buy food, clothes, and take care of my health. I even opened my own bank account and got married.
We are in the very heart of Africa, the Great Lakes region. AVSI's presence in this area dates back to the end of the 80s. A few years later, a new terrible virus was discovered, AIDS. Family members were ashamed and hid the disease from their relatives. Those who were dying wondered who would care for their children.
With AIDS, we can normally identify 3 phases. In the first one, we have the sick people. In the second, those who die. And in the third, the orphans. Now we are in the 3rd phase.
To help these orphans, AVSI started the distance support program in the early 90s. In 2005, the children supported in Uganda, Kenya and Rwanda were 7,000. The program enabled them to grow in their own environment and attend school. The project worked, and it was selected for funding by USAID, the US Agency for International Development. The children supported became 12,000. A new initiative has been born.
OVC Project. OVC is an acronym. It's the acronym of Orphan Vulnerable Children. But when you know each of these children, you don't want to call them only vulnerable. You want to call them valuable. This is why we have changed our acronym and is Our Valuable Children.
To take care of all these children one by one, AVSI decided to involve a great number of local partners. More than 100 associations and community-based organizations are now involved. Some of them are still very small and fragile, but they have a great sensitivity and a knowledge of the field.
We strongly believe that the education for the children is one of the main points for the development of these countries. Education not only for them, but also for their families. And mainly, the sustainability of the project is passing through the education of the people here.
Go ahead,
Rose is 50 years old. The war has wiped out her family. She has been wounded in her body and in her pride. Now, like most of the population of northern Uganda, she lives in one of the many camps for displaced people, established during the 20-year-long conflict. Despite the ongoing peace-building process, stability has not yet arrived. The OVC project not only ensures education for children, but also provides these adults with a little money or material that they can turn into precious income-generating activities. With this money, Rose bought a bicycle to go to the market and sell her vegetables. The flames of war have left a deep mark on Rosanna's life, burning her body and killing 2 of her children. Now she uses the support received to buy coal and resell it. As does Simon, who lost a leg in a landmine accident but still has to care for his 7 children. They aren't earning too much money, but it's enough to regain confidence and start again.
The people living in the camp are living under very difficult situations because they have been displaced from their original villages and they lost their properties the level of poverty is high. They live in the camp without electricity. They are unable actually to meet some of the basic needs in the family, and to empower them with income-generating activity is a way that can help them support their families as well as themselves.
For you. This baby is a miracle because he's a baby born from an HIV positive mother, and she started the antiretroviral treatment when she was pregnant, and so now the child is HIV negative.
Actually now we are in St. Joseph Hospital, Kitgum, and this is a private not-for-profit hospital. And this hospital actually is under Uganda Catholic Medical Bureau. This hospital now is a main key focus of treatment. For instance, we get patients even up to from Southern Sudan who come for treatment here.
In a country disrupted by a long war, funds for healthcare are never enough. Throughout many years, AVSI has provided funds and know-how. The true challenge today is to defeat AIDS, to ensure that HIV-infected mothers can give birth to healthy babies.
These mothers came as mothers who had come to attend antenatal clinic. So when they came for antenatal clinic, we counseled them about HIV tests. We found that they were HIV positive. We enrolled them in the program of PMTCT, where we started looking after them from the time they were pregnant. We continued looking after them after the time they delivered their babies. So these mothers have been also being supported by AVSI in income-generating activity.
And their children, when grown up, will be able to go to school thanks to the OVC project.
One of the activities we are doing is supporting the orphans in the schools through support from AVSI, which started since 1993. We started with 13 orphans, but now we are having 447. The method of AVSI is the child is the center, and that is what we are doing, because only through education that this child will be able to support himself better.
Swimming fishes.
Swimming fishes in the water.
Swimming fishes.
Swimming fishes in the water.
These are the kids that don't have yet the sponsorship. And when they come here, you find the kids roaming around the rubbish pits and so on. So we pay 3 teachers at least to give education and instruction.
Here we are at the Acholi Quarter in Kampala, the capital city of Uganda. Rose is the manager of Meeting Point International, an association supporting some 2,000 children, most of them orphaned, and working with 2,000 adults. Most of them are women with difficult lives and infected with HIV. However, they are slowly discovering values and building a social life.
We have a doctor here who comes to treat the patients every week. There is counseling, there is home visits, food distribution. Then we have dance and drama. We also use music for counseling.
Some time ago, these women were breaking stones and selling them to building yards to survive. Every day for only a few dollars. Now they have become young businesswomen. They have invested the amount received in a new business. They make necklaces with recycled paper. In addition, they are paying workers to break the biggest stones. So they are no longer breaking their back on such a heavy job.
The Heart of Man is international. It has no race, no color, but it moves. And this concluded the reasons, the objectives of Meeting Point.